Poland has had a long history of oppression. From Hitler's invasion in 1939 to the long years of Soviet control, it seems that the Poles have always had someone or something to rebel against. The Soviets' command economy led to massive shortages of food and medical supplies. To combat this, many Western sympathizers crossed the border and brought necessities, along with hope for the future.
Traveled 2 times, in 1984 and in 1987. Both times we brought a van, the first time with food and medical supplies, and the second time all with medical supplies. I was interested in supporting the cause, which was essentially a free Poland. This was when Poland was still communist that we went. 1984 and 1987 was before the big changes took place.
Many feel that Pope John Paul II's visit to his homeland of Poland in 1979 sparked hope in the people and led them to eventual freedom in 1989. The Pope's message was heard by over 1/3 of the Polish population.
And so the church was something that survived both Nazism and the takeover by the Soviets. It was the institution in Poland that people could go to for an alternative. So it was, and the Pope, Pope John Paul II, being the leader of the Catholic Church and being Polish and having such an extraordinary life already in Poland before he became Pope, he brought a lot of hope to people and gave them a belief that things could change.
After the Pope inspired Poland, Lech Walesa, a tradesman, and Jerzy Popieluszko, a devout priest, took the fight for freedom and established a Solidarity trade union.
Solidarity was formed. Sometime thereafter, martial law was declared, and a lot of the leaders were arrested and imprisoned, and there were severe restrictions placed on labor union. There were executions, so it was rough stuff.
Rough stuff is right. Over 100 peaceful protesters were killed during one demonstration in Gdansk alone. Fire hoses and riot shields could not quell the spirit of the Poles, though, and eventually in 1983, Solidarity worked out a favorable deal with the Polish government.
I met a priest whose name was Joseph Tischner, and he was the spiritual advisor to the Solidarity trade union. He was an extremely influential priest. He was very charismatic. And he also believed that with Ronald Reagan as president, there was hope that there could be change.
The United States did play a large role in Poland's freedom effort, contributing over $50 million to the effort and crucial political support. Reagan and the Pope are memorialized in Poland by this statue.
Yeah, you could see there were lots of banners and signs, solidarity flags of mostly solidarity or solidarity-inspired flags, which is not a religious organization. It was a trade union that essentially opposed the communist regime and wanted a much more open society that would be inconsistent with communism.
The Poles' determination for freedom did not come without a cost. Jerzy Popieluszko, a religious and anti-communist leader, was murdered in 1984 by communist mercenaries hired by the Kremlin. His brutal death gave vigor to the Solidarity movement, and once again, Poland looked towards John Paul II for guidance.
Rola księdza jest taka, by głosić prawdę i za prawdę cierpieć, jeżeli trzeba, nawet za prawdę oddać życie.
Lech Walesa, after the death of Jerzy Popieluszko, dedicated his life to ending the communist regime and bringing freedom to Poland.
Jerzy Popieluszko was the chaplain of the Solidarity Trade Union. He was a outspoken critic of the communist regime. He operated from a parish in Warsaw, so it's the center of Poland, the Polish government, of the Polish legal apparatus, and the authorities did not like him at all, and they wanted to silence him. Secret Service people later kidnapped him and beat him and executed him, and then they tied him up and they threw him in the Vistula River. And his body was later found.
5 years after the brutal death of Jerzy, and after Reagan's famous tear down this wall speech, Poland was free at last, one of the most remarkable peaceful movements for freedom since Gandhi originated from the kind words of Pope John Paul II and a burning hope for freedom.